Hey everyone, it's about, I guess 8 in the morning. It's only 73 degrees here. It's supposed to cool down this week. I got both puppies. Things have been coming out with the shooting down there in Uvalde. One thing that came out was the time span that between the cops going in there and or getting there and going in there and saving the kids. The child, there was a father's child that was in there, and he was border patrol. He was off duty. He was actually he was getting his hair cut, and the barber that he was using gave him a shotgun, and he went in there and saved his own kids. And I think he's the one that's responsible for initiating the killing of the shooter.
His name, Jacob Alvarado. He reportedly was just sitting down to get his hair cut when he got the news from his wife about what was unfolding in Uvalde. His wife, Tricia, mind you, is a 4th grade teacher at Robb Elementary School. His daughter, a 2nd grader. So he apparently jumped up, grabbed whatever he could to help the situation, which turns out to be the barber's own shotgun, and then headed towards the school. Once he got here, obviously a lot of emotions going through him wanting to not only get to his wife, but his daughter and help the other kids out. So he devised a plan with some of the other law enforcement out here. And while they were working on, the situation involving that one particular 4th grade classroom, these other law enforcement going from, school classroom to school classroom, getting those kids out, getting them to safety as their parents, emotionally waiting by.
So there was a call. Hey, there was a call out of the classroom. One of the kids was begging the cops to come in there and rescue him, and there were still 8 to 9 children alive. So the whole thing lasted. From him entering into the classroom and something finally being done, 47 minutes, I think, 48 minutes, which is, I don't know, that to me, if you're not confident or you're being cowardly, that probably implies that, maybe they were unprepared for this kind of scenario. Another thing was that a teacher went out to her car and propped the door open with a book right as that shoot got there. I don't know, man. I was watching, I guess it was Mr. Possible or Impossible, kind of broke down the whole scenario. And it seems to me that at this point that kid wasn't so much as prepared for shooting those kids, other than just having the rifles and being mad and being crazed. Then it was more likely it was due to the Uvalde law enforcement in the area, or at least the police department, was unprepared.
No tengo palabras para decir, porque no sé lo que estaba pensando.
I don't know what he was thinking. New this morning, we're hearing from the mother of the gunman in the Uvalde school shooting.
The 18-year-old bought 2 guns days before the attack, and his mother now apologizing for her son and begging victims and their families for forgiveness.
So, either way, it would be hard to charge head on into gunfire if you're unprepared. Being a hero is hard to do when you have no training. So that's probably the biggest thing for that. I got a couple of videos here. This girl has a nice Dodge Challenger, and a rooster sees its reflection in it. It's pretty funny. Here's Biden complaining about what happened. I mean, there's 40 murders a weekend in Chicago, 50 murders a weekend in Chicago, and you know, no one talks about gun control up there. Or maybe that's a petri dish of gun control. That's why there's so many murders.
The idea that an 18-year-old can walk into a store and buy weapons of war designed and marketed to kill is, I think, just wrong. It just violates common sense. Even the manufacturer, the inventor of that weapon, thought that as well. You know, where's the backbone? Where's the courage to stand up to a very powerful lobby? But here's one modest step. The federal agency that measures and ensures that gun laws are enforced and the Second Amendment is abided by, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosives, the AFT, has not had a Senate confirmation leader for 7 years because of these disputes. For 7 years, been out without anyone in charge.
To the no, 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 yeah, to the no, yeah, to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen, Sister Anna, Sister Ruth, make sure that everybody get a seat. Come on, y'all. Sister Lily may go back in the kitchen, cause when I get through, I need to eat. I must fix me collard greens and cornbread and rice, chicken breast, oxtails on the side. That's what I'm talking about. Deacon Underwood, get my Bentley ready, cause when I get through, I need a ride. Come on! Dr. West Compton.
I think it's a school district in Arizona or New Mexico. They arm the teachers. So the Second Amendment says that gun ownership should not be infringed. And so everyone should learn how to use a gun.
Teachers carry guns just in case. Show me your weapons and tell me what they are.
45, sir.
45.
I'm assistant pastor. This is the 45.
Yes, director of security. 45.
The pastor carries a 45 in a case that looks like a Bible. The principal is also armed with a .38 semi-automatic pistol. How many of you feel safer knowing that your teacher has a gun?
Here's some people protesting at the NRA. It's kind of stupid.
Stop your gun! Stop your gun! Murderers! Blood on your hands! Are you proud of yourself? Where is your gun now? And your children! Fucking murderers! Oh, thumbs up! Thumbs up! Can't stop! I'm gonna go fucking celebrate!
Beto's O'Rourke, he's the Democratic candidate. He's the first place loser in every race that he attempts to get into. But he's kind of he's just no other, no more than a dipshit, really. But
what do you say to the parents I talked to yesterday in Uvalde that said they didn't want you there? They didn't want you to do that, Beto. They didn't want you to exploit dead kids, Beto. Why are you exploiting dead kids, Beto? Beta! 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 What kind of beta exploits dead children, Beta? Beta! Don't touch me. Do not touch me. I'm not. Dude, you are. You're literally in my face.
Really, the bottom line is that there's this, this false perception that seems that, No one wants to pick up guns, pick up arms, and fight for themselves. They'd rather keep it away from the bad guys. Well, that's what makes them a bad guy. They're determined to do malice.
How do you fucking feel? You're a black cop protecting him! Him! Is that your head? Fucking disgusting! Those children's hair on your head!
Nancy looks like she's about on death's door. Her hands are like purple. It's pretty bad looking. That's just a sign of like bad blood pressure. That's all I got. Oh, okay.
So we, excuse me, as we across the country, to, yeah. The Senate, I hear some, you know.
I just went like to the window to go see what was going on. I saw a police officer, and then I heard more of the gunshots.
10-year-old Gemma Lopez survived the unimaginable. The Robb Elementary School fourth grader was in her classroom Tuesday morning when an 18-year-old gunman armed with an AR-15 style rifle began shooting up the connecting classroom next door.
A bullet came through the wall. It went in between Gillis and Stacy. It went past my arm and hit the table.
Lopez and her classmates were watching the movie Jungle Cruise. It was supposed to be a fun day with the end of the school year on the horizon. Soon, it was about survival. Her teacher turned off the lights and told the students to hide.
We're quiet under the table. I was crying just a little bit.
Lopez says police evacuated their classroom. She says she ran and never looked back.
I was just scared because I thought he would like come in like our room and like shoot everybody.
Sadly, she would later learn her best friend, 10-year-old Eliana Cruz Torres, was among the 19 students.
All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below. All right, y'all have a good day. Say goodbye, girls. All right, Sky's finally coming up to me and wanting me to pet her.